G'day folks, Andy here from McDowall Manor. So there's that little battery box in the place that it's meant to be. So I'll zoom out a bit and give you a bit of a better squiz at that. Sort of nestled in the bushes there. If you look close you'll see there's a 240 volt cable comes out of there, runs into the aquaponics. You can't see it's hidden in bush, but the little input cables from the solar panels, which as you know are quite nearby up on this garage roof, that runs in on the left hand side and the 240 goes out on the right hand side. So I'll give you a quick squiz. I said I'd show you how that's wired internally, so we'll do that, eh? Alright, so that's the wiring. There's two batteries, each one's 95 amp hours. You can see the little hole I drilled in the side wall there. That's under an overhang, or it's from the roof, so you shouldn't get water in there. In terms of the incoming wires, it's these guys. Both the incoming and outgoing red are from this post here. Both the incoming and outgoing blacks from that post there, and they run into the back of the inverter, black to black, red to red obviously. Now these are wired parallel, so you can see red goes to red, black goes to black. The advantage of that is that it does not double the voltage on the batteries, which I didn't want doubled. What it does is it doubles the life of the battery bank, which is exactly what I wanted. So the reason you come in and out on different sides here is that balances up the bank a bit, so you're not always just sucking one battery and then moving on to the second one. In theory it's operating as a single unit. Flash, eh? There's that inverter. It's a 1000 watt inverter. The outgoing cable from that inverter goes a hell of a long way, right across to the back corner of my yard and across behind the chicken pen, and down into the aquaponics tank. It's not lossy because that's proper 240 volt cabling. You wouldn't want to do that with your low watt cabling because you'd lose more power than it was worth. Hang on a minute and I'll show you the aquaponics. That's the sunscreening I had to put on the front after the great lettuce debacle of 2015, where I lost over 100 lettuce seedlings. I was absolutely filthy with myself about that. You can see I've put new ones in. I had to go and buy them. The original ones were done from seed, but I couldn't be bothered waiting that long, so there's quite a lot of lettuce in there now. They're only about 2 days old, to be honest, so they're going pretty well, as you'd expect. Otherwise she's looking pretty good. I cleaned the bottom of that standpipe out the other day. It was chockers full of root material, so I'm glad I got up from underneath and tested that. I'm just going inside the little shade house now. I've started another box of duckweed, so there'll be 4 of these water plants. Duckweed, water fern with a water chestnut. That's for me, not for the fish or the chickens. Down on the ground we've got another water fern, and you can see that's where I took the duckweed from to start that new box, so that's all going pretty well. I had a bunch of, there's a prime example right there. I had a bunch of rocket that I put in, and by a bunch I mean there's at least 8 plants. See that there? Something bloody came along in the night last night and chewed the whole lot. But I'm hoping they should come back with a bit of luck. The stem seems alright, and I can actually see some new growth already shooting on them, but must have been a possum or a rat or something decided it liked the look of them. Had another little interesting debacle. When I switched over back onto the solar power, I lost the pump up this end. It just stopped working for some reason. Now I knew the filter pad was clean, so that certainly wasn't the issue. So I've now learned how to pull down a filter pump and clean out the impeller. Made all the world of difference. And surprise, surprise, folks, that's running like a treat now, so all is good. But yeah, that's the only other thing I'll mention since I'm aquaponicking is you can see this ratty looking bloody shade house. That was a quick and dirty solution in the midst of debacle. I'm actually going to pull those palings off and I'm going to cement in a proper frame like I did on the chicken house. Put a roof on it. I'm not going to run corrugated plastic on it, obviously, because I do like the water being able to get in there. It tops me up when I'm going dry. But that'll be a lot tidier then. It won't look so daggy and run down with these bloody sagging palings that I use. It should all look nice and neat and smick, eh? Alright folks, you have a good one, eh? Bye.